I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long
I just got to Tokyo today and the weather is a bit miserable. So the first place we come to is called TeamLabs Planets and it's 3,200 yen each to get inside. This is the room that everyone shows on the pictures online. This is boggling with my mind, this a little bit. Bloody hell. Man, this is insane. Whoa. This room, it's really trippy and sometimes it's hard to see the path. You've got to be careful not to hit the things they told you so when you come in here. This room is really calm with the balloons and that. This room is a bit hypnotic. This room is quite mesmerizing. Now I'm going to try and find the way out of the damn thing. I can't see a door anywhere. I don't think this room looks as good as it did on the computer, on the pictures. I don't see what this room is meant to be. An alien planet or something with big silver eggs. So this room is a floating garden area and it's another one of the trippy rooms. This is the one that I saw a lot on the pictures online. Everyone's inside getting their Instagram photos. We've been inside now and I think it's basically an illusion of mirrors, lights and sound, and they've got rooms and in each room they've created like a different world or a different planet. I guess the name means a different planet, and some of them were interesting, some of them were a bit dull, and I would say I enjoyed it. Some of the rooms a little bit. Is it worth it? It's probably one of the few modern art things that I've found interesting, so on a rainy day it's worth it. I've come to Kamimirun Gate. Sorry, I can't say the name well. Let us check on my phone quickly. So I've come to this famous gate and it's called Kamimirun Gate, and this one leads to the Sensō-ji Temple, and this was donated by the fella from Panasonic. Prayed at the temple apparently and got better. So this lantern has to be maintained every few years. Underneath here it has a lot of detail. This is underneath the lantern. Now as we walk down this shopping street, they've got lots of little souvenir shops. So all little knickknacks and that. And there's like a few little food stands, but also you can see people who are dressed in like old style traditional clothing. They're like dressing up. It's maybe some form of cosplay. So this little street just leads all the way down to the temple, and they've got all kinds of souvenirs you can think of. As well as all the souvenirs, there's some lethal pigeons. So there's someone there playing dress up. So you can see people wandering around all dressed up. Walking under this giant lantern now. And we're in the temple area. Oh, this part of the temple there looks as nice as the main bit. So this is the temple area. So this is Senso Ji Temple, and there's a lot of people here. I'm gonna have a look inside. I always like to check the roof in religious buildings. No matter what religion it is, most of them have a fancy roof. So I'm gonna throw a coin like everyone else. Get some good luck, good chi. In it goes. This is Amida Niora, and he or she is the Buddha who teaches Buddhism to people who have attained rebirth. So in Buddhism, people believe when you die, you get reborn, and this guy or girl, they're going to teach you Buddhism again in the new life. There's a big walking area around the temple grounds. Loads of different temple buildings, loads of space to walk around Nice view of the sky tree. We spent quite a bit of time walking around in the area of Senso Ji Temple because the area itself was quite vast and there was a lot of different temple buildings and that to see. So basically we just walked around for a bit and saw what we saw, and then we decided to go somewhere else. But the temples and shrines in Japan, they did cover a large area, so you could spend quite a lot of time there if you wanted to. We just came to the place in Tokyo where they have the sumo, because I was going to go to the sumo museum and check it out, but the woman just told me, it's the woman in this building here, she told me the sumo is closed because of COVID, so you can't see the museum now. But next door to it, in the station that we arrived at, they've got this place which is decorated in an Edo style with a sumo ring behind me. And this is called Edo NOREN, and it's pretty cool just to check out. It's like restaurants inside. It's all restaurants, so I'll give you a glimpse of this now. So I guess this is supposed to be like Edo style, and then we've got this sumo ring here. The sumo playing on the screen. There's the sumo ring. It's like mud or clay or something. It's pretty cool, even though we couldn't go to the museum to see what a sumo ring actually looks like. I wonder if this is a miniature sized one or if it's the same size as actually what they use in the tournament, because it looks smaller than I expected for two big lads to be shoving each other around inside like. Alright, so this is Edo NOREN. It's just in the station next to the sumo. The sumo stadium is next door, closed because of COVID though, so don't come here until you know it's open for the museum. This is the end of part 1 of my videos that are going to be covering the attractions that I liked while I was in Tokyo. And during this first part, I've shown you the TeamLabs Planets, which is very popular in Japan, the Sensō-ji Temple, which is one of the most famous ones in Tokyo, and a small place that we didn't really know much about. We only went there because the sumo museum was closed due to COVID. It was just a little area with restaurants and that, but it was a little bit of a makeup that covered for the museum being closed. I hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for the next one where I show you some other attractions in Tokyo that I enjoyed while I was there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.